Thanks for checking out this haul video. So this is all the horror stuff I got for Christmas that I'm going to go over with you. If you didn't see, it's a pretty good stack. Mainly movies that I want to go over with this. I got other stuff for Christmas. So I'm not going to share everything because there's like some beer stuff that's related, some like Nintendo Switch stuff. Like, this is a horror channel primarily, so I'm just going to show you the horror stuff. But I think just the horror stuff, honestly, was a great Christmas. So let's go over this one. Some people may have already picked up on this when I held up the stack, and that is my wife got me the Darcy calendar that was put out by Fright Rags and did end up selling out relatively quickly. It at least sold out within the week that it was originally put on the site. So for anyone who doesn't know, yes, this is a day-by-day calendar. But the best thing about it, the main reason I wanted it, is that Joe Bob actually went ahead and put horror facts, like historical horror facts, on every single day of the calendar. That is 365 days worth of horror facts, which is awesome. So I'm having a blast with this. I'm literally every single day, when I first come down to my basement, because that's where this is, I will just go over to this and look at it on the wall and be like, oh, okay, this is the info for today. Very cool. Love it. So this is a great one. And also, I'm really glad she was able to get it before it sold out. So that was super cool. Also, I think during the same... No, not during the same purchase. But because she got me the calendar, she was alerted that they were doing a special on lounge pants. And I had been saying that I was interested in some lounge pants. So I wasn't able to get... I wanted to get the Joe Bob ones. That was the primary thing that I did want. And she asked me, like, she was like, I'm going to get you this for Christmas, but I want to know which one you want. So I thought about doing the ones for The Thing. Then I was like, no, not The Thing. I really wanted to do Joe Bob, but they didn't have my size. But they did have my size for Halloween 3. And the print on this is just super amazingly awesome. Like, you can see there's, like, Tom Atkins is on. I mean, I don't know which way to hold this because... they're like all askew. So it says like Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. You got Tom Atkins. You got, obviously the witch, the skeleton, the pumpkin, the silver shamrock logo down there, some snakes, and little centipedes. All the creepy crawlies from the movie, and they're really really soft. That's the thing. Like anytime I get like shirts or anything from them, soft. Actually, this is from them as well. Their Tremor collection, but. Good stuff. Really good stuff. Very comfortable. Cool design. Super cool design. Okay. So then my mother-in-law got me a DVD that I was really wanting. And that is the Out There Halloween Megatape. Now this, for people who don't know, is the follow-up to the WNUF Halloween special. So there you go. You can see that. Yes, it's only DVD at the moment. I assume at some point it might get a Blu-ray release. But yeah, haven't seen this one yet. Very excited to get into it. Love the WNUF Halloween special like so many people do. It is so cable, like 80s, early 90s cable goodness. I love it. Very excited for this. Heard it's good. Heard it's a really good follow-up. So yeah, so that one's awesome. Then getting into some films that I bought from Severin Films with a gift card. So the gift card didn't cover all of it. I was able to cover a good amount, and then I spent a little extra because I was like, while I'm here, and I think they were having a sale, or like a slight sale, I was like, let me get the stuff that I really want. Because like, my strategy for buying movies a lot of the time, especially if it's during a sale, is I'll go through the entire site. I will put everything I'm interested in my cart. And then I go and look at the card after I've looked through everything, and then I start whittling it down. I'm like, I look at the total, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not spending that. So I'm like, which ones can I cut? So visually, just like seeing everything that I'm interested in really helps, and then you can kind of see as the number goes down at the bottom of the total. Then you're just like, okay, now this is acceptable, so we can stop here. So anyway, so I did that. And the first one is a Giallo film. This may be one that a certain John Sullivan may want to check into because it has Carol Baker in it. I know he loves her. It is The Fourth Victim. You know me, I've been reviewing a lot of Giallo. I am reviewing a lot more Giallo still. So let me just, I'll show you the back and then I'll go ahead and read it. This is the English language Blu-ray premiere of this film, The Fourth Victim. In this rarely seen but always surprising giallo made between A Quiet Place to Kill and Knife of Ice, which Carol Baker was in both of those, if people don't know. Golden Globe winning Academy Award nominated Hollywood exile Carol Baker, who was also in Baby Doll and Something Wild, stars as the new bride of a wealthy British playboy whose three previous wives met with suspiciously accidental deaths. Marina Malfatti co-stars in this 1971 Italian-Spanish co-production directed by Eugenio Martin and co-written by Santiago. Okay, we don't need those names. Also known as Death at the Deep End of the Swimming Pool and The Last Mrs. Anderson, now scanned in 2K from the original negative. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. It's new giallo. Haven't seen it. Sounds interesting. Then the next one I got, also giallo. And I had to have this one because of one of the names on it. And you'll know what I'm talking about if you know giallo once you see it. So this is Libido, and it does have a slipcover. Now, the cool thing is, this is one of the more rare instances where a Severin slipcover actually has something different under. So that's cool on both sides, different. So I love that. Like, that's what I'm into with slipcovers. So this is a nice slipcover. I really enjoy it. But this is Libido, another giallo film. And the reason I got it is Ernesto Gastaldi involved with a lot of good giallo films. So I was like, if Ernesto Gastaldi, their name is on this one, there's a high possibility that it's going to be decent, at least decent. So let me pop this off and read to you. American Blu-ray premiere of this film. The screenwriter of classics that includes So Sweet, So Perverse, The Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward, which is amazing. All the Colors of the Dark, also amazing. And Torso, Ernesto Gastaldi made his directorial debut with one of the most groundbreaking yet criminally underseen gialli of them all. When a small boy witnesses his father kill a woman during an S&M session, he'll grow into a disturbed young man, tormented by images of violence, perversion, madness, and murder. Yeah. It's a Freudian and Gothic freakout, apparently, which, I mean, that description alone has got me. If you say giallo and you say Freudian Gothic freakout, I'm all in. So, obviously, with all of these, I'm going to end up at some point going through, watching them, and doing reviews for my channel. I mean, this entire stack up here, I will be going through all of it and doing reviews relatively soonish is when I'll start doing it. So, I'm not sure when I'll get to these specific ones, but Libido sounds really awesome. I'm excited for that one. Three more. Now, the next one, I've been into Jaws ripoffs, and I'm actually even thinking about doing like a ranked list of all the Jaws ripoffs I've seen, because they're a lot of fun. I love it. So I saw this one. I really needed it. Killer Crocodile. Looks fun. I read the back. Sounds even more fun. I'll show you the backs, and then I'm going to read it to you here. On Blu-ray for the first time in America, more than a decade after the Spielberg blockbuster, a dream team of shock maestros, including producer-turned-director Fabrizio De Angelis, screenwriter Dardano Sacchetti, which that's a huge giallo-related name, gore guru Gianetto De Rossi, and Oscar-nominated composer Riz Ortolani. Most people will know him from doing the music for Cannibal Holocaust. That's amazing. Created one of the most ridiculously entertaining Jaws ripoffs in Italio sleaze history. When a humongous crocodile begins chomping on a tropical island community, a group of idealistic young environmentalists will clash with a crusty redneck hunter to destroy the monster reptile spawned by toxic waste. That description sounds unreal. I'm so excited for this one. Can't wait to watch it and review it. Killer Crocodile. Seems like it's going to be a fun one. Now, the next one. This is one that I have heard is so bad it's good, and it was recommended to me by a few people, not just one person, a few people. So I knew going into my purchase that this is one I would have to get, and that is Night Killer. Because you know me, if you watch my channel, I love So Bad It's Good films. Night Killer, I mean, it just looks terrible. Like, let's be honest. Show you the back before I read it to you. It looks awful. Let's get into it. Somewhere between Zombie 4 and Troll 2, That's a way to start. Nice. Writer-director Claudio Fragasso, here under the name Clyde Anderson, set out to direct a suspense thriller about a suicidal beauty, an unstable sleazebag, and a mass killer with a razor-fingered glove. But when the producers received Fragasso's cut, they hired his former partner, Bruno Mattei, who has done some giallo, by the way, to shoot additional scenes of graphic gore and released it in Italy as Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. Whew. The result is part sicko giallo, part depraved slasher, and 100% batshit insanity that Eurofever calls disturbing, nasty, and more inspired than most Italian horror of the early 90s. Man, I'm excited. Like, I was excited. Now reading the back of it, I'm even more amped up. Like, let's go. Let's do Night Killer. I might bump that one further up this stack when I get to doing that. And then the last one is one I didn't know a whole lot about, except someone told me about one of the scenes and was like, it is wild. You just have to see it just for that scene. And I've been purchasing a good amount of Lucio Fulci films. So I got The Devil's Honey, which is a Lucio Fulci film. They say that this is like the last watchable Fulci film that he did in his career. I mean, it looks interesting just from that. And there's the back. And then I'll read you Pitch Perfect Sleazy Mania, by the way. That's a way to catch your eye. It embodies the spirit of 80s Eurotrash sexploitation with every frame, and it's also distinctly a Fulci film, says DocTerror.com. Lucio Fulci's extreme erotic shocker, now uncut, uncensored, and restored for the first time ever in America. In perhaps his most rarely seen film, Godfather of Gore, Lucio Fulci takes on the erotic thriller genre and unleashes the ultimate onslaught of glossy depravity. It's Corinne Cleary and Blanca Marcelac star in this insane S&M saga complete with sodomy, torture, torrid romance, rampant nudity, and a jaw-dropping cavalcade of kink that beyond terror the films of Lucio Fulci calls, quote, demented and hot, good sleazy fun, and perhaps Fulci's last truly enjoyable film. I mean, it may not be a film that I feel like, oh, I'm so glad that I own it, but I can guarantee that it is probably a film that I'll say, I'm glad I've seen it. So, you know, we'll see where this goes, but I'm very excited to watch it. The scene I heard about involves a saxophone. And when I heard about that, I'm like, this sounds just like off the charts weird, and I'm into that, and it's Lucio Fulci, so let me give it a shot. So, The Devil's Honey. And that's it. Had a great Christmas. I mean, I got stuff past that, like I said, but just the horror stuff was phenomenal. I would have been fine and very happy after just that. What do you like that I got out of this haul? Go ahead and put it in the comments. Also, what did you get? What were you excited about? Even if it's not horror, that's fine. You can say I'm down to read those comments. Do me a quick favor, hit subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I would appreciate that. Also, hit the notification bell button, because then you'll know whenever I'm putting up new videos, which I'm doing, was doing 4 a week, but now that Shudder's doing not as many exclusives and originals, it seems, sometimes 4 a week, sometimes 3 a week. We'll see. But at any rate, putting out a decent amount, so please support me. Thank you very much for taking your time to watch this video, and until next time, keep it brutal.